Welcome back, guys. I'm Connie.
And I'm Denise.
And we're the Comino family. And today we'll be making
tacos de birria con consome.
Okay, so first of all, we're starting off with like 6 pounds of beef chuck steak. So I got a little bit of water on the bottom so far, and I got a little basket so I can put my meat on top of it so that it doesn't burn at all, get stuck to the bottom. So first of all, I'm going to stick this one here is about 4 pounds, this big one. And it has fat in it because you want fat. Some people put beef bones in theirs to give it more flavor. And I've already rinsed off all this meat. And to that, I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of comino, 2 teaspoons of oregano. Some people put bay leaves in it, but I didn't put bay leaves in it. And you're going to put 6 to 7 or even a whole garlic clove. You want to put 1 whole onion. I have it peeled, but you don't need to separate or anything. And we just cut it in half. You're going to let this cook about 2 to 3 hours. And in between, as you're letting it cook, any fat that's coming up that's rendering, you want to render all the fat off of it.
Okay, guys, we're back, and what we're going to do is start taking out all the seeds and taking off the stems off the peppers that we got.
I have 8 chile guajillos, 6 chile de arbols, have 4 big chile de anchos. So you're going to pull the tail off or cut the tail off, and the brain, the little
Membrane or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The string.
There you go. You see that? Comes right out. A lot of times the seeds like this one is stuck to it. And these ones here, the chile guajillo doesn't pica. It doesn't have spice to it. Yeah. So we got these at our local grocery store. Here where we live in Texas, we have a grocery store that's like Texas made. It's called the HEB. Here we're Texas. We're Tex-Mex everywhere here. So you can find them pretty much at any store, or you can find them at a Mexican meat market. That meat will cook for about 3 hours, a good 3 hours. You want it to be really tender, really soft and tender. You're going to need a regular size frying pan. You don't need a huge frying pan because we are going to fry these a little bit, toast them. You're going to need some oil, some either olive oil, regular vegetable oil, so that we can fry these up. Okay, now Connie's doing the chile de árbol, and I'm doing the chile de ancho. These ones are a little bit different because they're like smashed and like stuck in together. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But yes, the seeds will go everywhere. The last like 3 little garlic cloves I had, you do want to peel these as much as possible because these are going to go into our salsa. Yeah. And you're going to need probably 4 to 5 Roma tomatoes or whatever kind of tomatoes you want to use. 3 tomatillos. You want to roast the tomatoes a little bit. The tomatillos. You want to roast those a little bit also. After you get done roasting these here, you can do that for the salsa. And once you get done frying these a little bit, you want to put these in a bowl that has a lid, or even just put another plate over it or whatever. And you want to put it with hot water. You want to let the chiles soak in the hot water with the lid covering it for 30 to 45 minutes. By that time, your meat will already start having some of the broth and stuff going, because with the salsa, or the sauce, for the birria, you want to keep some of this. You're gonna take some of the sauce out. You're gonna use some for your salsa, and then you're gonna use some for the birria. You're gonna put this birria in there, the chiles and all that, once it gets a little bit soft. So I got a little bit of oil in here. I have a bowl here because we're just gonna put them in there afterwards. And you want to let them like cook and stuff. You only want to do it for about maybe 10, so that way they can get a little bit toasted, a little bit crunchy, and it'll get that nice little coating on it.
Yeah, and you need to constantly be flipping them so they won't burn, like she said.
Yeah.
You don't want them to burn.
You see how they're looking a little bit different there. You see the color on these will change. But you see the color in there, how that changed. And then you just put them in the little bowl that you're going to end up getting them drenched in water. And you want to save this oil when you get done, because this oil you're going to use to fry your tortillas in. You see how they're getting that little toasted on there. And that's why I said some people put these on the comal, on the griddle. Some people fry them on the pan, but you want to fry them on the pan mainly because you're going to get that little crispy oil-like thing to them.
But then also you're gonna need the oil for afterwards for your tortillas. You don't want to have these high, guys, because they will burn really fast.
Okay, that's it. And now we're just gonna fill it up with water. Afterwards, after you get done doing that, you just want to put the tomatoes in there real fast. And we're gonna fry up these tomatillos. And you just want to get these a little bit toasted, a little bit of the black marks, I guess, if you want. And on these tomatillos, they come with the skin on them. Take the shell off of it. And these are only going to be used for the salsa. They're not going to be used for the tacos de birria. You're going to need onion, the garlic, cloves, tomato, and tomatillos. Salt and pepper, of course.
These are the tomatoes that just got out of the frying pan. Like she said, you don't want to put them too much. You're just trying to get that flavor from the peppers. Like she said, those are all the peppers that she just roasted there. And like she said, you don't want to do them too much. You don't want to burn them and get that flavor of the burn on them. She's going to come and put some water in here so that way they can cool off.
Okay, here I have the chiles. I am just going to put warm water. But I just put it here, and I'm just going to put this pie plate on it just so that it can just stay warm in there and then get softer. Okay, and while we're doing that, I got the... All right, and on here, I'm going to let Connie cut these cloves, like the skin of them off, because that's too small for me to cut. Half of a yellow onion here. Tomatoes, tomatillos, a little bit of lemon juice. I'm going to try with like maybe a half a teaspoon of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then some onions. Oh, I forgot a garlic clove. That's really good. Here I'm going to add one of our small little jalapenos here. Okay, so here I'm going to add another small chile and one more tomato. A little bit more lemon juice. And the lemon juice just gives it a different kind of flavor. Oh, that is just yummy. Okay, guys, we're back. Now we're going to make the chile, the salsa for the birria. So now I'm going to take all of these chiles out. We're going to add a teaspoon of ground comino, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of basil leaves, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of pepper. And then also 1 teaspoon of white vinegar. A cup of the broth from the birria meat. Now I'm just going to put this on here and I'm going to mix it up. Oh, that smells so good. Okay, before we put the chile in here, we got to take out the onion, the garlic. If you can't find them all, it's okay. Do this, you want to be sure to pull out some of your water because of the fact that you're going to add all that liquid into here. And after you add all of this liquid, you're going to let it cook for about another hour so it can get incorporated into your meat. So now you want to get a strainer, because in your strainer you're going to have to strain out all of this stuff.
And as you're straining it, you're going to stir the chile around so that way you can get everything in there and get everything out that doesn't need to go in.
Yeah. You can see it coming down. And it takes a few minutes to get it all out because it's thick because of the chile and stuff. As you can see, we're left with this here at the bottom. And then all you're going to do is so that you can rinse this out and this chile out, finish pouring this in here. And you're going to strain through it again. You want to make sure to do this with a really closed net, because you don't want all this chile stuff floating in there. And see, it's going to be left like that, like pasty like. And now we're just going to let this set, like I said, for about another hour. And then we'll take it out and we'll chop it up real fine. And then we'll finish with the tortillas, cheese, whatever kind of cheese you want. We're going to be using melting cheese. Some people use Oaxaca cheese. We're going to be using this La Morenita melting cheese. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your tortilla. You have your hot oil in here. You're going to take your tortilla and you're going to dip it and you're going to put it in Dip it like that. And then she's gonna put some of this meat on here. And put your meat. And this one here, I'm gonna put a little bit more cheese because I'm gonna make it a double decker. And you're gonna fold it over to make a taco. See the cheese just oozing? Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out because this cheese is just oozing out now. And some people put the onion and cilantro in here right now. Okay, now here we got some of the soup we got here. And I'm putting some cheese. I don't want onions or anything in this one. I just want to taste it like just like this. She's gonna try this one here. This taco. It's good. It's got a different flavor than just regular tacos. You can actually taste the dried chilies in them and stuff like that. It's not hot, but it's got a small kick to it. You know, very good. We've never made tacos like this. It's our first time making them, and like I said, they taste good. And we made chile, or hot sauce. I bet the hot sauce would make it even taste better if we put it on there. Yeah. Let's try it like a soup. Wow, it even tastes good in like a soup.
Guys, please don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button below.
Okay, and if you like what you saw tonight, just give us a big thumbs up.
And don't forget to hit that bell button below to be notified each and every time we upload a new
Video.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching the Garvino family. Until next time. Bye.